Hi, I'm Eric Karchner. I'm an inspector with Basement Systems. It's my job to meet with the homeowners, listen to their concerns, put together a plan on how we can fix whatever their problem is and develop a permanent solution for them. So today I'm going to be doing an inspection here at this house, basically walking around the outside of the house looking for any causes of concern. And then we're going to get in a crawl space and check it out together. And you can kind of come along with me and see what that inspection process looks like. All right, so now we're in the crawl space here, and the homeowner has a sump pump that's been set in the corner here. However, the electrical outlet, after testing it, has no power, and the sump pit itself doesn't have a lid. So it's going to be like a bowl of water. It's just going to be constantly evaporating any water that's in there into the crawl space, which is going to lead to higher humidity, which can attract things like termites, powder post beetles. It can also lead to mold, wood rot, a whole host of problems. So this is going to be something that the inspector is going to point out and that the homeowner would likely want to have addressed. All right, so now here we are at the front of the house where that downspout was overflowing. And if you take a look at the wall, you can see how wet the walls look. And then looking at the vapor barrier here, we can see that there's been standing water that's evaporated, leaving this mud behind. And if you look at the wall again, you can see where the water comes through, it evaporates, and it leaves minerals behind on the wall, which is what we refer to as efflorescence. So this all paints the picture that we have a water problem right here in this corner of the crawl space. All right, so now we're on the right side of the house, and back here in the corner we can see we're right underneath some of the HVAC ducts, but this whole section right back here has absolutely no vapor barrier at all. So the vapor barrier, the point of this is to stop any moisture that's coming up from the soil and keep it down along the ground before it can come up into the air, again adding to higher humidity. And also, if you look back here at the back corner, you'll see that little white pipe coming through. Now that's coming off of the furnace itself. That's a condensate drain line, and that's going to put off gallons of water a day, and it's going to dump it right in the crawl space. So we're going to want to talk to her about remedying that in order to help cut down on water down here. All right, so we're still along the front of the house here. You can see that we've actually got some standing water here. You can see again the efflorescence on the walls and this batt insulation up here along the rim joist. Now the problem with this batt insulation is a lot of homeowners will go to put it in order to help keep the floors warm come winter. However, it also makes for a great material to absorb moisture, trap it next to the wood, which often will lead to wood rot along the floor joist or the sill plate. And it also makes for a great home for things like mice. So again, this is going to be something I'm going to talk to the homeowner about, possibly replacing that with a better insulator. All right, so now over here in this area you can see where the refrigerator had leaked onto the floor. Basically it got all the floor, the subfloor, and the floor joist soaking wet, causing flooring damage upstairs and leading to mold growing on the subfloor down here. So oftentimes homeowners will talk to us about feeling sagging floors, low spots in the floors, spots where maybe the floor is bouncy. So as an inspector, when we come down into the crawl space, one of the things that we'll often do is set up a laser so that way we can measure and find where the low joist is. And then at that point we can come in and bring in jacks and beams in order to re-support it, to take maybe the bounce out of the floor, or even to lift it back up to level out some of those low spots. All right, so now that we've completed the inspection, gone over some of the findings such as water, mold, lack of a vapor barrier, at this point I'm going to go in and sit down with the homeowner, and we'll go through the pictures together and help her build out her project for whatever she's looking to accomplish.